Well, happy Easter Monday to you. I hope that yesterday, Easter Sunday, was a great celebration for you, no matter where you got to celebrate or who you got to celebrate with or how you got to celebrate. I'm sure it was different than what you had in mind, but I pray that it was just what your soul needed during this time. What an amazing Holy Week we just had, and certainly it's one that we will not forget for multiple reasons. For me, one of the things I won't forget is that Maundy Thursday service that I did in my living room with my kids, and we had really just a great time together doing that service in a very intimate setting. I've heard so many stories about people getting together to do that Maundy Thursday service or to watch the Good Friday service together. A number of life groups that did that, and stories of people who didn't want those services to end because of the connections that they were making with one another. We've heard from people all over the country who have watched our worship services this weekend, and people who used to go here long time ago, and life has taken them elsewhere, and now they're checking back in and watching services. That's fun to see and fun to connect with those folks. Also, people who somehow online they found our services. They have no connection to our church, never heard about our church, but online they found our church in some way, and they watched our services and were touched by them and shared in the prayer concerns about ways in which their lives were moved by the worship services this week. And then yesterday I made a bunch of phone calls to folks to wish them a happy Easter. I was calling people who are in that older category, maybe more isolated than others, and just checking in on folks. And time after time after time, what I heard is ways in which those folks are staying connected by calling other people and serving other people, and the thankfulness that those folks have because so many people have called them and checked on them and helped keep them connected. And I'm just so thankful for the ways in which you all are doing that for one another. And another group of people I want to give a shout out to is our staff, music staff this week, and also Jason Yamoka, who both does music and the technology, all the worship services that he had to put together and to do that. Thankful for that, for our modern worship staff and volunteers and liturgists and people assisting and leading in prayers, and for our traditional musicians and Corey and the team that she leads and Michiko. I'm just so thankful. It's not easy to do what they're doing and try to put music together with 4 or 5 or 10 different people in 10 different rooms at 10 different times. It's difficult work and it's hard work, and I'm just so thankful for them. The staff for doing that and the volunteers for putting in that time. That's difficult as well. So it's Easter season, and we launch in to what is next, and we have a new sermon series coming up in just a couple weeks, but we're going to sort of rest on this Easter theme first for a couple weeks. And you'll see a Bible study that'll come out every day this week, and it's not a long study, so it's not 30 minutes or an hour-long study. It's more like a just brief reflection, so 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and what we're doing is each day looking at the resurrection stories of Jesus in the Gospels. And so in this Easter season, rather than just stopping at the resurrection at the cross and the resurrection from the tomb, now we're going to look at all of these stories from each of the Gospels about ways in which they communicated the resurrection to the people around them. And so I invite you to tune in for those this week. Again, you'll see more children's ministry, music ministry, youth ministry. You'll see some Gen Talks, some other information out there on the weekly digital or the daily digital email. I invite you to take a look at that, share that with friends and family. I encourage you, challenge you to continue making those 2 calls a day. Call 2 people, connect with them, see how they're doing. When I make those calls, the average phone call is probably 4 minutes. So less than 10 minutes out of my day to call 2 people and to connect with them. And I'll tell you, it makes all the difference for some people. that their brothers and sisters from the church have been calling them. And I hear those stories time and time again. So thank you for those of you who are doing that. Continue doing that work, and look forward to hearing the ways in which God is working in your life this Easter season. God bless you. Have a great day.